Sometimes, doing the right thing delays our plans. But what if that delay was the beginning of your destiny? It was 5:52 a.m. when Nia Carter burst through the airport terminal doors, panting, dragging her old suitcase with a broken wheel. She was a cleaner in Atlanta, working double shifts just to make ends meet. This morning's flight to Chicago was her one chance to attend her sister's nursing school graduation, the first in their family to wear a cap and gown. Nia had saved for 3 months to afford the ticket. As she hustled through the crowd, ticket in hand and tears already welling from the exhaustion of life, she caught sight of something. A frail, elderly man struggling with his cane and dropped passport near the escalator. People passed him by like he didn't exist. Nia's eyes flicked to the gate number on the screen. Final call. She hesitated for a second, then turned around. She knelt beside the old man. "Sir, do you need help?" He smiled faintly. "I think I just lost my flight, and maybe a bit of my pride." Nia helped him gather his belongings, calmed him down, and guided him to an information desk, making sure he had somewhere to rest. But by the time she returned to her gate, her flight had taken off. And just like that, the ticket she had worked so hard for was gone. Section 2. The airport that watched quietly. Nia stood at the gate, chest rising and falling, blinking back tears. She wasn't angry, just disappointed. The kind that only people who've carried heavy burdens know too well. A gate agent glanced at her, then turned away. No one had noticed the sacrifice she made. No cameras, no thank you, just silence. The world moved on. She sat on a bench, holding her phone, debating if she should even call her sister. How do you say, "I won't be there," when someone's been waiting for you their whole life? Then, a man in a sharp gray suit approached her quietly. He had been watching from afar, seated at a private lounge nearby. His eyes were kind but unreadable. "You missed your flight," he said gently. Nia looked up, nodding, embarrassed. "It's okay. I was helping someone. I'll just figure it out." "Not many people would have done what you did," he added. She shrugged. "Maybe, but I was raised to never leave someone behind just because I'm in a rush." He smiled, said nothing more, and walked away. Hours later, just as Nia was checking for the cheapest standby ticket, a voice called her name over the PA system. "Nia Carter, please proceed to gate 47. Confused, she gathered her things and followed the voice. At gate 47, a flight attendant greeted her with a warm smile. "Miss Carter, we've arranged a first-class ticket for you to Chicago. Complimentary." "What?" Nia blinked. There's gotta be a mistake. "I didn't pay for this." "No mistake," the attendant said. "A Mr. Richard Hayes requested it, personally, who, before she could process it, she was escorted onto the plane. Plush leather seats, warm towels, and champagne trays greeted her. She was still wearing her janitor's jacket. As she settled in, still stunned, a stewardess handed her a note. "Sometimes life watches you make a choice and chooses you back, R.H." She clutched the note, heart pounding. When she landed in Chicago, another surprise was waiting. A luxury black car with her name on a placard. The driver opened the door with a smile. "Miss Carter, Mr. Hayes would like a moment with you." In the car, the same man from earlier now, wearing a more casual suit, smiled as she entered. He introduced himself properly. Richard Hayes, CEO and majority owner of Skyworld Airlines. Nia's jaw dropped. "I was that old man," he said softly. "The one you stopped for. Sometimes I disguise myself to see how the world really works." Most people walked past me like I was invisible. You didn't. She was speechless. He continued. I lost my wife last year. She always believed kindness still existed. Watching you proved her right. Tears welled in Nia's eyes. I want to offer you a job, he said. Not charity, just a chance. We're starting a community outreach department at Skyworld, and someone like you with your heart should lead it. But I'm just a hotel cleaner, she whispered. He smiled. Not anymore. 6 months later, Nia walked through the same Atlanta airport, but this time in a navy blue pantsuit, head held high. A name badge glittered on her chest. Director of Community Partnerships, Skyworld Airlines. She now traveled the country, creating job programs for disadvantaged youth and single mothers, people like her. The same airport staff who once ignored her now greeted her with admiration. And at her sister's next big event, a job interview at a major hospital, Nia sat proudly in the front row, cheering her on. That missed flight, it had given her a new life. Sometimes the world rewards those who stop to lift others even when no one is watching. Nia Carter missed her flight, but landed in destiny.